Hey guys, I want to talk to you for a minute about a real hot topic with training, and that is about the trainer. So trainers are obviously an excellent tool for getting your cycling in for people who are time limited. If you live in an area where the riding is just too dangerous to be on the road and it's not much of an option. If conditions like severe winter conditions and sometimes even in some cases severe heat conditions where indoor riding is more appropriate, the trainer is a really handy tool. It's become a real hot topic over the last number of years because you see more and more professionals using the trainer solely for their riding, and so suit a lot of amateurs because it works with their life really well. Maybe it's not light out, and then the other things that I just talked about are limiters, and so they're using the trainer more and more and more. And I think it is an excellent tool. I do use it myself. The one thing that I want to warn you of, though, is that it's good to remember when you go to your race, it's very, very important to be able to still execute your training and execute riding on the road well. There is also an element of being able to handle road conditions and being out in the elements. So road surfaces like chip seal, wind, cracks in the road, sun exposure, all of these things come into play, especially in a race very long like a half Ironman or an Ironman. This is going to come into play in your success on how durable you are and how well conditioned you are to being able to handle vibrations from the road, the elements of the road, understanding how your watts might be different. You're not just executing X number of watts heart rate. The trainer is very good for that, in that you can set a very specific workout and hit those watts, and you can get very fit on a trainer. But you don't necessarily learn how to handle a bike well, how to ride the wind, how to ride the road surface, adapt to those conditions. Some people will argue with this and say, well, I know a professional who does all of their training on the trainer and then goes out and races really well. And although that might be the case for them now, you need to remember that a lot of these professionals have been riding bikes for 10 plus years, up into 20 years, and they have so many miles already invested in their body out on the roads and handling those conditions that then fine-tuning their training down into predominantly very specific sessions that are developing within their training on a trainer is going to be different from them than it might be for you. So making sure that, yes, use the trainer as a tool. It's a fantastic tool. It's going to be a great part of your training or getting fitter, executing sessions. It's a great tool for people living in conditions where it's not possible to always get on the road. But make it really important in your key builds and in your races to get out on the road. What does a 5-hour ride feel like in the sun, in the wind, with the change of undulations in the road, being able to descend, all of those things. So use it as a tool, but also remember to get out there on the bike and duplicate what you're going to do on race day. Cheers.